Welcome to the Homebuyer Town Hall, Orlando, Florida. My name is Adriana Montes, and I'm your host for today's show, and we're going to have a great show. Again, thank you for joining us today. My name is Adriana Montes. I'm the broker owner of Florida Dreams Realty Group. My license number is BK3096165. And my contact information is, my cell phone is 321-689-6258, 321-689-6258. My email address is adriana@floridadreamsrealty.com, adriana@floridadreamsrealty.com. And today we're going to be talking about a market update for the month of April 2022 for Florida and for Orlando. So let's get right to it.
Many Californians fear that they will not be able to pay their rent next month. Financial education and literacy are the catalyst for relief. So what resources are out there? A State of California program connects you with a HUD-certified housing counselor who can assist you on your financial education journey with no cost to you. Call today at 1-800-569-4287. Again, that is 1-800-569-4287.
And here's the state of the market. Thank you to the Orlando Regional Realtor Association. We have this great data to share with you about April 2022 Orlando housing market activity. April's median home price was recorded at $370,000, an increase of 2.5% compared to $361,000 in March 2022. This sets a new high record for the third month in a row. Interest rates increased by 17.6% from 4.2 in March 2022 to 4.9 in April 2022. This is a 66% increase compared to April 2021 when interest rates were at 3%. Wow, those were great times. Overall sales in April decreased by 7.3% with a total of 3,800 sales compared to 4,100 sales in March 2022. This is a 7% decrease compared to April 2021 when overall sales were recorded at 4,100. Home spends an average of 24 days, super low, on the market in April 2021, down 11.1% from March 2022, when the average was 27%. These homes are going fast. Inventory increased in April by 7.7% from March 2022 for a total of 2,670 homes in the market in April. New listings decreased by 0.5% from March 2022 to April 2022 with a total of 4,300 homes on the market in April. As interest rates continue to rise, this indicates that the Orlando market might start to be cooling off. And that's what Tansy Soderstrom, the Orlando Regional Realtor Association president, said. With interest rates rising, it will be more challenging for some buyers as their monthly payments will be higher as well. However, overall demand remains strong as homes continue to sell quickly. Let's take a look at the market snapshot. Interest rates continue to increase as the average interest rate for April 2022 was recorded at 4.9% compared to March 2022 when it was at 4.2%. Pending sales increased by 1.7% from March 2022 to April 2022 for a total of 5,100 in pending sales. 23 distressed homes, bank-owned properties, and short sales accounted for 0.6% of all homes in April 2022. That represents a 14.8% decrease over March 2022 when 27 distressed homes sold. As far as the inventory, Orlando area inventory increased by 7.7% from March 2022 to April 2022, from 2,500 homes to 2,700 homes. Inventory in April 2022 was 1% higher than in April 2021. The supply of homes remained at nearly 1 month in April 2022. A balanced market is of 6 months of supply. The number of new listings decreased in April 2022 from March 2022 by 0.5% to 4,400 homes. Based on this market update, these are my recommendations. Número uno, You need to buy now. Now is the time to buy. Interest rates keep going up, and there is no other time like now because you don't know what the rates are going to be in the future. Rates are so much higher now than they were a year ago, which means that the affordability, the amount of house, the amount of monthly payment that you can afford keeps going down. So right now is the time to buy. Owning real estate is also great for your taxes. You can deduct the interest income from your tax returns, and it means less tax liability. You can also have protection from creditors. Your homestay is always a protection. So there is no better time than to buy right now. Instead of paying rent and paying somebody's mortgage, you need to take action now and buy. Number two, it's time to sell also. You need to sell now. If you live in a house and your appreciation has gone up a lot, and you have an option to downgrade, downsize, and you have an option also to basically get all of the appreciation and pay off some debts, do something really good with it. This is where the peak of the market. This is the best time to sell. This is the best time to get your earnings, and this is the best time to take that money, make something really good with it, something that very productive, and then buy something smaller, or maybe wait. This is seller's market right now, and every property that you put on the market lasts 24 hours, 24 days, basically. Also, yeah, 24 hours, but 24 days to close, and you get multiple offers, 50,000, 100,000 above listing price, cash buyers. So this is like a heaven for sellers. So if you were thinking about selling, or if you want to consider selling, now is the time to sell. Número tres, real estate. Real estate is still the greatest vehicle to accumulate wealth. Real estate is a great hedge against inflation. Inflation nowadays at 8-9%. And also, real estate is also a great vehicle for you to transfer wealth to your family, for you to save taxes, and to be recession proof. Real estate has proven among decades and different cycles that is the best place where you can place your money to be in a recessionary market. Also, the demand here is super low in all the United States, and in Florida, in Orlando, in Miami, in Tampa, Jacksonville. Demand is higher compared to the inventory. So inventory is low, demand is high, supply is low. That means that the market is still super hot. The market is still great. Real estate is still doing amazing. And yeah, it might be slowing down, but it's still gonna be great investment for you. So those are my 3 recommendations. I have been selling real estate for over 20 years, and I'm here to help you. I know this market. If you're a buyer, if you're a seller, if you're an investor, please call me. My contact information is, my phone number is 321-689-6258, 321-689-6258, or you can also email me at adriana@floridadreamsrealty.com, adriana@floridadreamsrealty.com. We're gonna take a commercial break. And when we come back, I have Eric Fraser from First Bank, who's going to talk about interest rates, rising interest rates. Again, you're listening to The Power is Now, Homebuyer Town Hall, Orlando, Florida. My name is Adriana Montes.
The Power is Now magazines are the leading resource for real estate agents, mortgage bankers, entrepreneurs, and small home ownership businesses, providing leaders with business strategy information, resources and tools through PIN, real estate, programming guide magazines. Stay up to the minute with real estate news and information from industry experts. Subscription is free. Sign up today. thepowerisnow.com. thepowerisnow.com.
Welcome back. Thank you for watching. With me today is Eric Fraser, Vice President and Business Advisor for First Bank. Welcome back, Eric.
Thank you, Adriana, for having me on today. I always enjoy talking to you about the Florida market and about interest rates. And you're doing a fantastic job with your Homebuyer Town Hall show. So for those of you who are watching, I mean, if you need help, Adriana can definitely help you.
Thank you so much, Eric. It's a pleasure to have you here. You always bring so valuable information. So thank you for giving us the pleasure of your presence. So Eric, the biggest topic right now is about interest rates, rising interest rates. What's going on with interest rates?
Great question. And it is in the news. As we all know, Chairman Jerome Powell announced an increase in the federal discount rate. And although mortgage rates aren't directly tied to the federal discount rate, it's typically the 10-year bond that is pegged to the 30-year interest rates that we see published by all banks. But the market, those moves that the Fed is making, and many believe he'll continue to raise interest rates, is affecting both the stock market and the bond market, and we're seeing interest rates rise. I remember, Adriana, it wasn't a year ago that we were offering rates in the mid threes. Clients could buy down their rates into the high twos, and those days are gone now. I mean, interest rates on the average are running in the 5% range for a 30-year conventional loan and a little bit higher for a jumbo loan. And so it's really interesting to see, how things have changed rather quickly. On top of that, many people who see the equity in their homes right now, they don't want to sell because they don't know where they're going to go. Even downsizing, they're going to pay more than what they paid for their home originally. And so many people are just kind of waiting until they absolutely have to sell. And so until then, they're taking advantage of home equity lines of credit. And that's, another way to get access to the capital that you need to either do some of the things you're talking about in selling your homes, like paying off some debt or maybe buying more real estate, investment real estate. Those are some of the great ways you can utilize a home equity line of credit. But the prime rate right now is 3.25%, and it's starting to rise as well. And typically, most lenders have a margin of 2.75. So you're looking at a 5% interest rate, even on a home equity line, with caps as high as 18, 21% interest rate, lifetime caps. And so with the home equity lines of credit, you can access the capital, but you are taking on some risks that you could be paying even more than what you're paying on a 30-year fixed rate if you refinance today. And so I had a client just the other day, and we were having this discussion, and they decided that instead of doing a line of credit, they're going to just take the hit. Their current rate is 3.5%, but they're going to take the hit. They're going to buy the rate down and try to keep it at 5.0495, something like that, keep it as low as possible. But they're going to take the hit because they just can't ignore the amount of equity they have that they can put to work towards better securing their retirement. And so that's been my advice. Interest rates are going up. They will continue to rise. My recommendation is that if you want to access the equity in your home and you're not going to sell your home, then you take advantage of the rates where they are. Because those of us who've been around and got a few gray hairs, Adriana, we know that even 5% is a fantastic rate. I remember, I think I bought my first home, the rate was like 14%. I know people who got in at 18%. In fact, you can look at the history of interest rates and see, rates have been that high. 30-year fixed rate money has been that high. So it's important for people to recognize that the opportunity is now. The power truly is now to buy or to refinance and pull that money out and be able to invest in other real estate or do other things.
Very good, Eric. That's amazing. All of this valuable information. People right now have so many questions about what they do. Should they buy? Should they sell? Should they refinance? And like you said, I mean, we've looked through decades, and 5% is still a really good rate. So if you don't have a house, it's your time to buy. If you have a house and you don't want to sell to get the equity, you could still refinance and access the equity. So it is still a time to take advantage of interest rates that are still low compared to 100 years of interest rates. They're still super low. We were spoiled for the last 2 years with rates super low. And that's basically it's a shock to the economy, and it is what the government is using to lower inflation. On another note, Eric, so if you had a crystal ball, what would you say that is happening to the housing market, the real estate market?
Okay, well, let me take a look here at my crystal ball and see what it's telling me. Here's the challenge to trying to even make a prediction. But I think that it's probably easier today to predict future values than it has ever been in the history of our country. And the reason why is because you had this ebb and flow of inventory and demand. Prior to the great financial crisis, we would find our economy going up and down, highs and lows, peaks and valleys. And it would be driven primarily by increase in inventory of homes for sale because of all the building that's happening, then which brought about an increase in demand for homes because people see affordable homes for sale and they want to buy. And then also the decrease in interest rates, which brings buyers into the market. And then interest rates start to rise and that takes buyers out of the market. And so for years now, in the housing market, we've been dealing with these ebbs and flows, these peaks and valleys, these ups and downs, particularly as it relates to housing. And, the flippers, have been having a great time, buying low, selling high. Well, because of the great financial crisis and the lack of new construction that has happened nationwide, and add to that COVID-19 and the restraints that have been put on the supply chain for raw materials and labor, we simply don't have enough homes anywhere. Here in California, there's a shortage of almost 3 million homes. In other states, it's in the millions in terms of the shortage of housing that's available for people to buy. And to add, salt to the wound, those who have been traditionally selling and creating inventory, the baby boomers like yours truly, aren't selling because they don't know where to go. The homes are so expensive. They would rather just stay put, and many are hoping that the market will come down and interest rates don't go too high. But we all know that hope is not a strategy, has never been and never will. And so the reality is that many people, baby boomers and seniors, are looking at reverse mortgages, staying put, and living on their equity. And if they will refinance, pull out some cash and buy something smaller and rent out their property as positive cash flow. Because in addition to their increase in value, the rental value of their property is also increased. I talked to a client who purchased a home in beautiful Rialto, California, here in Southern California, for $250,000. Her property is worth today $550,000, and this is in less than 4 years. In 4 years, she has doubled the equity in her home. But not only that, her payment when she bought the house was $1,325 a month, Adriana, $1,300 a month. Today, that house will rent for $2,400 a month. It's a 3-bedroom, 2-bath house in Rialto, California. And so my recommendation to her would be to refinance, pull out some equity, even at this higher rate, use that to buy another home, right? She can pull out, $25,000, $30,000, $50,000 and see maybe a couple $100 increase in her payment, maybe not even that, and be able to put that money to work in buying another home. She needs another home. That's why she reached out to me. She needs a bigger home. Her kids are older. She needs a little bit more room. And so you don't build wealth by selling real estate. You build wealth by holding on to real estate and leveraging the equity in that property, not to pay off bills and consumer debt that you've increased over time, but to utilize that equity to acquire more real estate that will grow over time. That's the strategy. That's how, real estate investors do it. That's how people who have built their wealth in real estate do it. They don't spend their equity, that blue sky money that came out of nowhere just through market dynamics. They don't spend that money on paying off bills. They spend that money on acquiring more real estate. And so my prediction is, because of the state of the union, the economic state of the union, the Federal Reserve increasing the federal discount rates, trying to slow down inflation being in the double digits across the country, the lack of inventory of homes for sale, there's no question in my mind that we're going to see still over the next years high single digit and double digit appreciation of real estate. And if you understand compound interest and the rule of 72, then you'll know why it's so important to hold on or to leverage and to buy more real estate. This is the time to double down. You know, it's like in playing blackjack. You get an ace and a face card. You double down, right, and try to get 21 two ways. And that's what's happening right now. I know a lot of investors that I work with are doubling down because they see this appreciation. And so the way the rule of 72 works, Adriana, is that whatever rate of appreciation you're getting, divide that into 72 equals the number of years it will take that asset to grow or to double for that matter. So if you're getting, say, an average rate of appreciation, annual rate of appreciation of 7.2%, the 7.2 divided into the 72 is 10 years. So every 10 years, that asset is going to double. So in the case of the lady in Rialto, her property is worth today $550. 10 years from now, that's if we average 7%, it's going to be $1,100,000. And in another 10 years, it'll be $2 million. 20 years, she's in her early 40s. By the time of her retirement, that property will be worth over $2 million free and clear. And God only knows what the rents would be on that property if she just held on to it. And over the period of 20 years, she can keep going back to the equity bank, pulling out cash as it grows and appreciates and buying more real estate. So that's a long answer to your question, but I am totally bullish about real estate, folks. Ignore the rising interest rates. Reach out to Adriana. You need to look to buy more real estate. Refinance the equity you have in your property, and let's put it to work. Give me a call. I can help you with that. And if you want to sell the property and downsize, do that. But take some of that equity and put it into other income-producing real estate, passive income, because you're not going to make it. With inflation the way it's going on, you're not going to be able to survive on Social Security. Even on your pension, if you're lucky enough to have a pension, it's not going to be enough money to keep up with the rising cost of living. You need to establish passive income. So, Adriana, if anyone would like to talk with me further about this, they can reach me at 714-475-8629. That's my direct number. My license number is 461-807. I'm a vice president and mortgage advisor with First Bank, and I've been at this for 40 years, folks. 40 years I've been lending. I have a master's in business with an emphasis in finance. I love helping people. I love giving great advice that I can tailor to your own unique situation. I have nothing to sell but me. First Bank is not extraordinary by any means in terms of the products and programs we have to offer. We are competitive. The value proposition at First Bank is me, Eric Frazier. So give me a call.
Thank you so much, Eric. Thank you for all of those amazing recommendations. So basically the answer is real estate now. Real estate now to buy, real estate now to sell, or real estate now to refinance and buy more real estate. Real Estate Talks and Real Estate Show. Thank you for watching today. My name is Adriana Montes. For all your real estate needs for buying, selling, call me at 321-689-6258, 321-689-6258. And my email is adriana@floridadreamsrealty.com, adriana@floridadreamsrealty.com. Thank you for watching Homebuyer Town Home Florida. Have a great day.
The Power Is Now Media is worldwide with growing audience of future home buyers, investors, builders, developers, real estate agents, and brokers. The Power Is Now Media is well positioned to increase awareness and produce results for our growing roster of advertising partners. An advertisement on any of our platforms is the right step toward reaching and communicating key brand messages to a targeted network of individuals, families, and communities interested in housing. Our content areas include feature stories and profiles on successful real estate agents, business owners, government, and community leaders. The Power is Now magazines are the leading resource for real estate agents, mortgage bankers, entrepreneurs, and small home ownership businesses, providing leaders with business strategy information, resources, and tools through PIN, real estate, and programming guide magazines. Stay up to the minute with real estate and mortgage news and information from industry experts. VIP agents are able to feature listings each week. The Power is Now TV radio podcast features weekly shows that include Homebuyers Town Hall, Real Estate Roundtable, VIP Agent Spotlight, and so much more. Each week, VIP agents have opportunities to be featured guests on the shows. VIP agents can discuss and showcase houses, neighborhoods, and provide brief introductions. The interviews are unlimited 10 to 15 minutes on each current listing. This product alone separates you from your competition. The Power is Now delivers to you market update interview to promote listing weekly, promotional biographical video, co-host a bi-monthly Homebuyers Town Hall show, featured subject matter expert on Real Estate Roundtable show. The Power is Now program guide e-magazine. The Power is Now national e-magazine, article writing and blogging, social media content customization, inclusion and press releases, graphic design services, business and performance coaching, technology support, referrals, lead generation opportunities, and management support.